You have an update on that severe thunderstorm warning that now has been upgraded to a tornado warning. That will be in effect until 8 o'clock this evening for areas of Harlan County, and does include the community of Harlan, as well as let's say the southern and western half of Letcher County and extreme southern parts of Perry County. This until 8 o'clock this evening. This thunderstorm is the same storm that produced the tornadoes in areas of East Tennessee near Wartburg and also Sunbright. At this point, the tornado is radar indicated and does not necessarily being confirmed by a ground sighting, but nonetheless, it is pushing off to the northeast at about 35 miles per hour. And I put a StormTrack there on for you, and you can see this will be taking it right now near Everett, up toward Pine Mountain here over the next minute or so. The more dangerous part of this storm is kind of on the southwestern flank of the larger cell that is pushing through Harlan County. But it will be including areas around Cumberland at 7:35, Lynch around 7:42, Oven Fork around 7:49, Whitesburg around 7:50, Neon 8:01, Jenkins 8:06, and Phipps around 8:08 this evening. Again, this tornado warning will be remaining in effect until 8 o'clock. And I can zoom in a little tighter here and show you that the more intense part of the storm that likely has the tornado with it is near and just north of Route 840. Stretching to Route 221 near Harlan, just to the north of South Wallens. In fact, as I put on the storm relative velocity here for you, we can show you that we do have some pretty decent amount of shear within this system, and we would anticipate that the tornadic part of this storm is somewhere in this area. Let me put on the telestrator here for you, is right in this area here near South Wallens to an area to near Harlan, and then extending up into the rural section of Harlan County. But this storm would be bearing down on Harlan, Kentucky, in Harlan County, and in addition to the possibility of a tornado, there is the likelihood of some large hail. In fact, up to ping pong ball size hail is possible with this storm now, as I put the hail tracker on here, with the likelihood of some hail up to ping pongs right in here, near and to the north of South Wallens. And this storm is pushing off to the northeast at about 35 miles per hour. So this is going to be taking it into the Harlan area. And this, of course, is an emergency sort of situation. And we do, of course, urge everybody that is in the storm's path in Harlan County and eventually into Letcher County, southern Perry County, to take safe shelter immediately in a structure, a home. The safest place is in the lowest floor or interior room of the home, and that would include an area like a hallway or a bathroom or a closet or basement. Important to be away from windows, and use a blanket or a helmet or pillow to provide some extra cushion or some extra protection for you. And if you are in a mobile home and you are in line for the storm, it's important that you have a safe place that you can evacuate. There are, places of business and other structures, churches, where you have designated storm shelters that you can find your way to, but it is important right now that if you are in the path of this storm, that you do take shelter immediately. Again, that storm, kind of give you a relative position to southwest Virginia. That storm right now is over Harlan in Harlan County and pushing to the northeast at about 35 miles per hour, and that tornado warning does not include Lee County or Wise County, but it does include the counties just west of the Virginia-Kentucky state line. Does not include Leslie County, but it does include extreme southern part of Perry County, there south of Hazard. But right now, the dangerous part of the storm is right over Harlan, Kentucky, and the storm is moving off to the northeast at about 35 miles per hour. I'll do a little storm tracker for you, and we'll kind of put it right here over the dangerous part of the storm, which is over Harlan and pushing off to the northeast at about 35 miles per hour. And we'll continue to push off to the northeast and include areas around Ray, for example, around 723, We've got Pine Mountain at 7:20, 7:29. Take off that flashing warning here. You can see a little better idea where that storm tracker is, but it does include areas around Gilley around 7:35, Hiram around 7:40, Cumberland around 7:45, and then up toward Whitesburg and Kings Creek between 7:50 and 8 o'clock. Neon around 8 to 11, and Jenkins around 8:15. But right now, I would say the dangerous part of the storm that has the rotation being indicated by radar is situated right here, just now near and north of Harlan. And you can see the rotation, a couple of places of interest that I would say are looking possible for the rotation within that storm. And so really anybody within Harlan County, including the Harlan area, should be in your safe place. But you can see we got a little couplet kind of right in here as well. So there are a couple of areas that do show concern, and you know, the possibility that that rotation has a tornado with it, and that's why the tornado warning has been issued for Harlan County. Now, this storm eventually is going to be moving through Harlan County and then eventually into Cumberland County as well. So this storm is still probably about 7 or 8, 9, 10 miles away from Cumberland, at least the tornadic part of it, about 16 miles to the southwest of Cumberland, and about 29 miles or so, 20, 29 miles, somewhere in that range, southwest of Whitesburg. But it is moving to the northeast at 35 miles per hour, so it would certainly be in those communities, Cumberland and Whitesburg, within the next hour, within the hour. And that storm again has the possibility of a tornado with it. The storm, though, as far as the dangerous tornadic part of it, is looking to stay to the west of Lee County, as well as it looks like it's going to be staying west of Wise County, but it could be getting pretty close to the Wise County line. You can zoom in here so you can see areas around Stonega and Andover. It looks like it will stay west of you from Wise County, but certainly close enough that a good idea to be prepared to seek shelter. But there is no tornado warning in effect right now for any of Lee County or any of Wise County, but it is pushing off to the northeast through Harlan County. And right now the dangerous part of the storm is right over Harlan and points northward to include areas around Gatton, and that takes you right over the major road, major highway 421 between Harlan and Bledsoe in southeast Kentucky, and now impacting areas around Ray and Dillon as well, and pushing off to the northeast. It looks like that storm may have been, Guy says, this been replaced by another severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like it may have. Let me just see here real quick. So a tornado warning still remaining in effect until 8 p.m. for Harlan and western Letcher County. And a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Elkhorn or over Harlan, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. So apparently that severe thunderstorm warning not replacing the tornado warning, but is continuing to indicate a severe thunderstorm possible, producing up to golf ball size hail, and also the possibility of a tornado with that. Again, that storm, as of about 3 or 4 minutes ago, was right over Harlan and continuing to push off to the northeast, so heads up near Pine Mountain and also into areas to the southwest of Cumberland. But it is moving toward Cumberland as well as areas of Letcher County here between now and 8 o'clock. So again, a tornado warning in effect for those two counties of southeast Kentucky until 8 p.m. That severe storm possible with a tornado near and north and east of Harlan now, but will soon be pushing through the upper end of Harlan County into Letcher County within the next 15 minutes or so. So folks in Harlan and Letcher counties should be taking shelter immediately or already in your place of shelter. And of course, we'll have more updates on this situation as they become available, and any new warnings that may approach the Tri-Cities. We do have a tornado tornado watch for most of northeast Tennessee, a lot of it anyway, including the Tri-Cities, until 2 a.m., including parts of southwest Virginia. So the main brunt of this system may be still a few hours or a couple, 3-4 hours yet from impacting all parts of the region. But right now, the danger zone is in these two counties along the Kentucky-Virginia border, Harlan and Letcher counties, until 8 o'clock. From the StormTrack 5 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Dave Dirks. Now back to regular programming.